privilege to be on this stage and with you all today. My name is Chris. I'm a design engineer and the founder of Global Teacher. And at Global Teacher, we believe that exposure and access to good quality education can be the catalyst that will enable the dreamers, the visionaries, and the problem solvers of this world. But currently, 15% of the world's adult population are illiterate. And we're asking why. Why, in 2022, is it that over 1 billion people can't read or write? It turns out there are many barriers to education around the world. 31% of people have no electricity. Over 1 billion people don't have 3G or Wi-Fi. And in Cameroon, one textbook is shared between 12 children. Clearly, this is not a feasible way to learn. Now, currently, the solution is to go into schools in the UK, box up used textbooks, and ship them to places like East Africa. Now, the problem with this is it's very costly, time-consuming, can take almost 6 months to get there. And typically, in hotter climates, books become worn. Not to mention, they're often out of date and culturally inappropriate. So I suppose our big question is this: why can't you donate digitally? Think about it. The vast array of educational resources that are available in the ecosystem often idly sit on hard drives. We have developed a solution and a product to facilitate this exact movement, introducing Pod. Pod is the world's first 3D printed solar power projector that aims to make the best quality digital education available offline and off-grid anywhere. And meet Lumi. Lumi is Pod's very own bespoke operating software that brings a world of content to your fingertips. The setup is simple, as you can see here. It's a solar panel, a battery pack that'll run the whole kit for 68 hours when there is no sunlight. Otherwise, it would run it live off the sun. A projector, a remote, and a learning platform where you can search through the vast array of content from our content partners. And best of all, it's made just down the road in Sunderland at our very own 3D printing design office and workshop. And this is the team behind the movement. There's myself, Jack, our product lead, who's here in the audience, and we're about to become 3, which is a big deal for us, joined by Chloe. This is the team behind us, the board, who have a wealth, we worked it out, over 200 years of experience to make them feel a little bit old. But incredible board, you know, they just elevate you. And we're all headed in this one direction, we're all aligned. We're going to Kenya in July to pilot, test 10 projectors with our charity partners, Coco. Come back, learn all we can, scale manufacture, and empower 1 million marginalized students. So there's 1 million more dreamers, visionaries, and problem solvers. Welcome to the future of education. Thank you.
It's very cool. It's always lovely when a startup has got a physical product as part of it. My question though is, I mean, ultimately around. I mean, obviously the aim of it is exciting. Obviously, I guess it would qualify certainly as tech for good. I mean, ultimately around how do you find it? I mean, are you talking about 1 million units of this being made available, or enough to cover 1 million?
So if one pod, let's say, educates 500 students, that's 2,000 units to educate 1 million marginalized. So that's where we're headed, to get 2,000 units into rural parts of the world with no internet, no electricity. Okay.
And I mean, the obvious question is, how do you finance such an ambition?
Through corporate sponsorship and philanthropy. So it's £500 to sponsor a pod, but we raised 6-figure investment last year through philanthropic and corporate sponsorship.
Okay, cool. So what's your big next step? What's your big next hurdle to, you know, get towards that dream?
Obviously the Kenya pilot's huge, but we're often talking. It's like it started off as a little idea, but why can't this be? Well, we want to be the world's leading provider of digital education and all of the hardware to accompany that. And there's the bottom billion that often get left behind. Who's designing and innovating in that space? 3D printing is the perfect tool. Young creative designers are the perfect accomplices to that. And that's the mission we're on.
Chris, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thanks.